Welcome to True From Within podcast. I am Alicia, mindset and business coach, who will guide you to be your own true. This podcast is for the women who want to be delusional and create their empire. They want to wake up every morning and say to themselves, I get paid to be myself without apologizing to take their place in this world. This life I create for myself and design my own rule, and you can too. You can have the life that you deserve and sell every day to reach 7-figure business and become a true queen. If you are tired to please other people except yourself, to don't have the life that you deserve, to don't have the business of your dream, you want to change, this podcast is for you. Your past, your trauma don't define your future, except if you choose. Today, it's a day that you don't want to stay silent anymore. You want to transform your life and your business in another dimension. So I invite you to subscribe to this podcast and to subscribe to the True From Within newsletter. So today I want to talk about my vision for this month of May, because I feel like this month will be magical. I feel this month will be really a challenge, but a good challenge part that you will feel that, oh yes, this month I will make a scene like crazy. I will break my plateau and I will become a true queen sale, because I know that I want to have a new champion in the world. I want to work a client, but in deep, and not just to sell, because sell is just a way to connect to people with me, to have to transform their life and transform my life too, because it's a relationship. And also, what is the main key is you will be paid to be your own true. And especially if you recognize yourself, please say yes if you look at the replay. So you are making sale 1 or 2 per month consistently. You post every day, but you just have 1 or 2 sales per month. When you post, people say, oh, I like your post, it's amazing. Oh, you inspire me, but you don't have any question. People don't see you as authority, they just see you like an inspiration. You are like, you mimic other people content 7-figure business, because you feel like, if I do the same type of content like a story to sell, you will sign more clients. You always sign up more clients, but you don't sign more clients. You don't understand why. You are also like looking at what is the best strategy. So for you, it's like, okay, let's spend some time on TikTok and scroll, or on Reel, to find what is the best strategy to do for me to be more viral. So you're doing Reels, you're doing TikTok, but nothing Apple. You just talk to 200 300 views or less than that. You don't understand why. You use music content, you do dancing for the time, and you are like completely lost. You try to do play hard, but nothing is working. You don't sign up enough clients. People wishing you on them just to ask you if you want help, and it's not real help, because they want that you sign his help program, not people want to work with you. And you don't understand why, because you don't attract clients with your social media. You just attract clients because of your for your connection. And sometimes when client pop up, it's just 1 or 2 clients. You don't understand why. And you post consistently, you post every day. You don't understand why. You don't make in sale right now. And you are like, oh, I don't understand. So maybe you think, maybe I need to have a coaching. So you try to have a one-on-one coaching with someone which has 7-figure business, but you don't have any result. You try to have a group coaching, you try to go to the membership, but you don't have anything. And people always inside tell you, oh, you need to focus on your one-to-one, you need to focus to make your own membership, or you need to focus to do a mastermind. And you don't understand what is the best thing for you, because you are lost. And you spend your day on your pajama or yoga pen, I can see you, and you are like, oh, maybe this life is not for me. Maybe my life is not to take my coffee on the morning and just hear my phone ring because it's a notification of my payment for people come in my offer. And I can tell you right now is your life. You can be paid to be on tour. You can be paid to connect with people and to be paid, because people want to work with you and want to pay you 2K, 5K, 10K per month and more is possible, I can tell you right now. But the problem is you are so focusing to find the magic pill that you forget who you are and why at the beginning you you want to open a coaching business. And I can tell you the first thing that you start is because you want to help people. If it's yes, tell me on the replay, or why not, tell me yes. And if you don't do that, it's because you are so focusing to find the magic pill, to find what is the best for you, that you totally forget what is enough, and you spend some time to scroll on TikTok or to do research marketing to find what is the best strategy, what is the pain point of my client and everything. And you have a lot of Canva is already made, but you don't posting and you switch every time, and you don't understand why you mimic other Instagram story because you say, oh, maybe if I do the same thing as her, I will sell it, but it's not working. And I want to tell you the main issue through Queen is because you forget who you are. And you know how to Queen is very important to know who you are. For what? To tell your story, because your story sells. If you don't know who you are, you cannot share your story and you cannot share your vision and you cannot connect to your soul client. And this one is the main issue. Your main issue, you are so focused on the strategy that you forgot who you are and you lost the faith on you. You don't believe that you are enough, that you can sell, that is okay for you to sell, and you are so fear of success, you have the fear of failure, you procrastinate because of one issue. You don't believe that you are enough, you don't believe that you can make the same result as the other seven-figure business that you admire. And it's for that I'm here, just to change that for this month of May and beyond May, of course. But for this month, my vision, it really starts to get to know who you are as a person, who you are, and you need to share that. The problem is, I can see with my clients that people don't know who you are. When I ask, for example, for 1% of my clients that they are stuck to the plateau to one to two clients, when I say, okay, so why you don't post more? And she say, oh, I don't know, or maybe it's not enough, is always become about I am not enough, is always about the root, is always about the mindset. And the problem is that you are so focusing to spend time to find the best strategy that you procrastinate instead to make action and believe that if I make the action, I will make it. And the problem is that you think that each post will make a huge amount of result. And it's not that, it's a addition of action. One day you will sell. And instead to focusing to one post that will can change your life, can you focus that, oh, if I share this post, is because I want to attract my community. I want that people know me, my vision, and after tomorrow I want to do another piece of my vision, then the whole will be my community and my vision. And after, I know that I will sell because people want to work with me because I have the authority of something. And it's not about to become your own niche, because if, for me, your story is your own niche. It's not because you don't talk about a lot of things, it's because it's you. People will don't market yourself as you because you don't have the same story to the other people. So for that, there are no competitor. And you need to understand that you need to really work on your fear, your lack of audacity, your lack to say, oh, I don't understand why people don't see me like authority, because you don't act like authority. You don't act like, okay, I know who I am, I know what I deliver, and I know what is my soul client. And it's not about to spend days and days to work on your soul client. No, you can work on your soul day and day on your soul client, but in the same time, you can post something about you. What is the one thing? And when I say that, you say, yes, but what is next? But first post this this post, and you don't do that because you don't believe who you are. You don't believe that it's okay for me to share my story and I will attract people, because you are so focusing to sell and not to create a connection. Because at the beginning, as I say, when you start your business, it's because you want to share and you want to help people. And I want to talk about what is happening for me last month will help me this month. Last month I was very scared and self-doubt because I was like, oh, I don't understand. Um, I don't have a use result as usual, and I was so scared, and I was like, okay, but it was not true, because at the end I said like crazy, and I was like, I understand what's happening in my head right now, and it's because I was like, okay, so what happened? What you are here? And I was forget something. I was forget that I forget to share my story, and my story is so much important than the result of my clients. And when I share my story on my podcast, $200 like here, and I was like, oh my god, it's for that. I forgot the one thing, sharing my story, sharing my vision. And this month, I want that you share your story. So, what happened for me last month? I connect with a spiritual coach because I really want to work on my abundant food, like more deeper, because it was one of my problems to don't feeling enough on my coaching. And when I work with her, she is a spiritual coach, and she work on YouTube, and she has a huge follower, like 47,000 people follow her on YouTube, and it's in French, so it's for my French part. But I want that you understand right now that is very linked to here, is the same thing. And when I worked with her, we connect so deeply and everything. And she asked me, because she didn't ask me what I do. And when she asked me, oh, what are you doing? I say, oh, I am a mindset and business coach, and I know that something is block me, and I want to go deeper because I know that something block me. And when we work on that and everything, and she said, "Oh, but I like what you are doing right now, so I want you come and do it live with me on my channel." And I was like, "Yes, I'm happy." At the first time, I was happy, and after I start to hear my fear that you will talk with 40 people, 1,000 people, which was you, and you don't know why. And I was like, oh my God. And I was so scared, and I sent her message and everything. And after, it was not happening. And I was so sad because I was like, oh, I really mean to do that and everything. And it was not, it was just reporting, it was scheduled for this month normally, because she has a problem with her Wi-Fi. And she was like, oh, and now I understand why God tell me that is not the right time for me, because I was in the self-doubt. And I feel like when you don't post your vision, it's because you are in your self-doubt and you forgot who you are. And in one point, I forgot who I am, and it's for that God tell me, oh, it's not the right time for you. You need first to understand who you are, to remember who you are before you doing that. And what happened yesterday, she used one of my tools for her live. It's affirmation cards that I create for my client, and it's a help for me. It's a tool what I use to force the 5 connection of the humanity, which is abundance, mindset, environment, feminine energy, and a connection with your body and your alimentation. Because if you don't have these 5 things together, you will self-doubt. And she used that, and she don't tell my name, but she say, oh, I love this card and everything. And you can hear that. And she told, oh, this content creator will come, and she will talk about her what she are doing. She's doing amazing stuff and everything. And people was like, it was not about that I come, but it was like the reaction about when they see my card, and she said, this is the word that I want to transmit when I doing this card. And all people was like, oh, it's so stressful, I want to buy this card. And I was like, oh, I know why it was canceled. So sometimes you don't sell because you don't know who you are and you don't know what is the best time for you to understand who you are. And for that, for me, is not the marketing strategy if you don't sell. If you don't sell, sometimes it's a mindset problem. You don't believe in yourself. You have the fear. And this one is not just fixing just to because you are what is the best time to post, what is the best thing that you need to say in when you create content, what is because you don't have the authority, blah blah blah. And sometimes it's not that the main problem, the main issue is because you don't know who you are and you really work in your innate work to understand who you are and what in the first place you start online coaches. And you start online coaches because you want to transform life, you want to save life. And your coaching is also is the same of important as a doctor. And when you don't believe that, you will not sell. You will sell like one or two per month. You will be stuck to 1 or 2 thousand and you don't understand why. And you will think that, oh, maybe is I have a problem. No, it's you have a problem because you don't know who you are. It's not because you are not um, enough to queen. And if you are a true queen, please answer to me like an emoji. You want everything. You want to work for your own role. You want to take time to have your breakfast and not run because you hate your job and go to take your car and be blocked on the traffic jam. Go to the meeting that you don't like with your boss and your boss always complain about you and don't see you work. You want instead to work whatever you want. You want to have the full on notification. You want to have you want to travel, you want to do conferences, you want to do retreats, you want to see your people transform about because of you, the ones that you have an impact. You want to have everything. You want to have a balanced life. You want to love yourself, whatever that you do. And you don't want to stay in this place that you don't know why you don't attract sale because you don't believe in you and you start to hate you because you try one day this advice and you don't see any result. It's not for that because you know as a true queen, your project is already here. It's just not present in the reality right now, but it's already here. It's already here. And you have the choice. You can stay here and just complaining, or you can just contact me on the DM and work with me. You just need to contact me and say true and I will answer you how we can work one to one together. So I hope this live you like. I really like to have this just to share my vision for you for this month. And if you don't know, as I summarize, is to share your vision, is to share your story, is to be powerful, is to you to connect deeply with your community in order to sell. To focus about the sell, but just to be you and attract your soul community. Forget about yourself because when you will forget about yourself, you will sell. I can tell you. So don't forget to be your own true queen. Like take a pause and see you on the next live.